talking about money for Greenland yet. I might talk about that. But right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take it.
We talk so much about energy.
By the way, I will say this about Greenland. We need Greenland.
President Trump just said the United States needs Greenland.
Russia and China.
Arctic oil.
National security.
Rare earth minerals.
So with all the reasons we may be going to Greenland, we have to talk about the most prominent reason. Money. Because Ron Lauder is said to be the one who first proposed this Arctic expansion to Donald Trump. And to further that theory, we have a LLC that was created out of Delaware called Greenland Development Partners. It was created by Ron Lauder on April 22nd, 2025. And when you know it, this 81-year-old Ron Lauder is good to know invest in local freshwater bottling companies and is involved in a push to build a hydroelectric power station at Greenland's largest lake using Greenland Development Partners. Freshwater reserves in Greenland are seen as frozen capital as water becomes a national security issue. And he wasn't alone. Every crow's got a bro. We got Jorgen. I'm not even trying that one. That's not a letter. His wife was the Minister of Foreign Affairs for Greenland, so he's one of the investors with Ron. Josette Sheeran, you might recognize her face from at one point serving with Bush, as well as Sven and Drew Horn, who is the CEO of GreenMed, had built the company after Trump's first term, where he served on his cabinet, is now looking to build a massive data center in Greenland. Apparently the world's largest AI data center. But the question for Ron is, why did he create the LLC in just the last year? It might have had to do with December 22nd, 2024. President-elect Trump announced his intention to nominate Howry as the next U.S. ambassador to Denmark. Just a month and a half after that, on February 4th, 2025, an article drops on the New York Post. I'm a Greenland expert. These three paths can make it America's next frontier, by Ron Lauder. 3 weeks later, on February 24th, Congress would receive the official nomination for Kenneth Howry, and call it just good timing. In under a month from that date, Greenland Development Partners is created. And then once the nomination for this position is confirmed by the Senate on October 7th, 2025, would Ron go in within the next few weeks and start investing in Greenland. And if you're wondering how the U.S. ambassador to Denmark has anything to do with Greenland, well, Ken Howry, the once managing director for a student-run newspaper founded by Peter Thiel, is going to be an ambassador to a country, Denmark, that currently oversees Greenland. While Greenland is self-governing regarding its domestic affairs, it is not an independent country and relies on Denmark for foreign affairs, defense, and substantial financial aid. So is our endeavor toward Greenland about oil, precious minerals, national security, or just money? It could be a mixture of all of them. Multiple things can be true. But one thing has seemingly always been true, is that when America makes moves, there's somebody else behind the scenes who's calling the shots. And Ron Lauder happens to have a good relationship with the ones calling the shots.